So for those of you watching the VOD, I decided to go ahead and just reboot the sucker in order to, get back to being live status. So here we are, right where we left off.
That's enough. Gorgon is mine. Go now, and I will not pursue you. But if you stay, I will sick every last lawless fucking mercenary in Halcyon on you. It's your choice, Captain.
Starting to hope I get to meet this jerk, just so I can give him a good kick in the shins.
Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, if you set all the mercs on me, that's a good way to remove the competition, so by all means.
Got it. Heads down.
So I was debating the weak point system, because it's not as good as I thought it would be. And it seems to be limited to basically just shoot here or else. Which, I mean, that's okay, but on most people it's just whatever. The only thing it really seems to matter for is the mechanicals, and that's why I'm just kind of like, whatever. It's also relevant because, I was debating the combat and what makes the combat more than any other FPS combat, and honestly, there's not much there. There's the weak point system, there's the special abilities from your dudes, there's the heal you can plop down, and the buffs you can hotkey. It's actually not a bad point, I'll mention the buffs. So, we're actually supposed to leave now. So, I guess we will? Yeah, no. I mean, leave Gorgon or else. And it's like, the next step is to leave Gorgon. Okay. Why not?
Not today, Sam. I am not. We are receiving an incoming signal, Captain.
What?
Captain, I see you've made some headway on Gorgon. Mother's old work terminal just lit up with a bunch of new protocols. Very exciting. What about Mother's journal? Any progress there?
Why don't you go ahead and tell me the truth, Minnie?
Are you accusing me of deception? Captain, I would never. Can you hear me, Captain? I'm getting some interference on my end. Captain! Captain!
Hello again, little weasel. I must admit, you've surprised me. I threw nearly everything I had at you, and you overcame it all.
Lore shock.
Well spotted, Captain. We've both played our roles well, but it seems you've got the edge. I may have gravely underestimated you. You were smart to hire him, Wilhelmina. Well done.
Mother! You're alive! And still on Gorgon? This is so you, Mother. Inserting yourself where you aren't needed and at the worst possible time.
Am I disrupting your vanity project? You empty-headed little twit!
Have you come back just to ruin everything again, Mother? At least this time I have the power to stop you.
Captain, this is a distraction. Let's set our differences aside and focus on what matters. Adrenatime must never be revived.
Hold up. You wanted to revive Adrenatime, Minnie?
I may not have told you all of the facts, but I'm going to lay out everything I know. You can decide for yourself what to do with it. By now, you realize that Project Gorgon was devoted to a single drug, Adrenatime. A drug that hit the market in spite of calamitous side effects.
And despite of its deranged, irresponsible researchers.
Quite right. There's no end to the harm a poorly run team can do, even with the best of intentions. The project was a colossal failure, But you and I are going to revive it from the ashes.
Yeah, let's make more of a drug that turns people into deranged killers. Great plan.
Adrenatime was a lie. Our drug will fulfill its broken promise for workers and employers across the colony. Mother wasn't equal to the task. Thankfully for us both, I'm not my mother.
Ada, could you stop making that face, especially since you're taking up most of the screen? It's kind of wigging me out.
Give it some thought, Captain. We've come so far together. Don't abandon me now. Mother's journal contains the activation codes for the Adrenatime synthesizer, the key to a new Project Gorgon. We're going to start again, and this time with everything Project Gorgon didn't have. Better R&D, better scientists, clear goals, more funding, and a timeline that makes sense. You have every reason to doubt me. But if you have a shred of hope for a better colony, consider what Adrenatime could do for us. If I can improve the chemistry, I can fix Adrenatime. We can put this colony back on track together.
Olivia, what's your story?
Finally, a sensible question. I am the head of Project Gorgon, its grand mastermind. I created Adrenatime because I believed, arrogantly, foolishly, that I could uplift the common man through chemistry. I failed. Now, my daughter wants to take up my mantle.
Do you think she can?
Don't be absurd. Minnie is a bright enough girl, but she's weak, flighty. She'd abandon the project at the first minor setback. My work has already destroyed countless lives. We can't let her do so again out of pride and sentiment.
What about my life, Mother? The Ambrose name has no dignity anymore. I can't even show my face around Byzantium without being the gossip of the town. Every day, workers slump over from exhaustion. The gears of industry swallow them whole, and no one is coming to help. Adrenatime is the break we can't fit into the schedule. The office with a window we can't afford to build. It's the best this rotten colony can do for people.
Don't let those bloodless leeches at Spacer's Choice walk you down this perilous path, Wilhelmina. You haven't the fortitude to endure it.
As usual, Mother projects her failures onto me. If she had let me get involved from the start, we might have avoided this calamity altogether.
What would you do that she didn't?
I'd have trusted my team rather than sabotage their efforts. And I wouldn't have stolen their glory when they were on the verge of success.
You don't know what you're talking about. I did everything to support my team. It was Spacer's Choice who betrayed them. But you're nothing more than an empty-headed little social climber. Of course you can't understand.
You see what I mean? Mother is afraid of being outdone by her empty-headed daughter, and she'll do anything to stop me. If I can save the colony and redeem the Ambrose family name, I owe it to myself to try. Mother be damned.
I like how one of the options is, maybe I should just kill both of you and be done with it. I'm sorry, you want to save the colony from its drug problem with more drugs?
Social engineering takes generations, and we don't have the luxury of time. We need to mainline progress into Halcyon's bloodstream. You've seen more of this colony than the average grunt. You know as well as I do that this is a question of survival.
Can't you two work out your differences and work together?
We already had our chance. Mother chose to bury the project and drag our family down with it. I won't allow her to make that mistake twice.
In rehabilitating Adrenatime, she would poison Halcyon. No, we are well past the point of compromise. The facility must be destroyed.
I need that facility online, but I can't do it while Mother's still a problem. By now, she'll have shut down the Gorgon reactor. Deal with her however it suits you, and get that facility back up and running.
Don't do this, Wilhelmina. Minnie, don't make this choice.
Adrenatime is our future. It's bigger than money, bigger than family. It's the colony's best hope.
What would you have me do instead, Olivia?
Return to my family's manor, Captain. Use the executive override code in my journal to activate the NDA protocol for my terminal. It will destroy the Gorgon drug synthesizer, and put an end to Adrena time for good.
You really think Adrena time deserves to be buried like this?
Don't pretend you haven't seen its effects with your own eyes, here and elsewhere. We live in a vicious world, Captain, and Adrena time is to blame. I should have smothered it in its crib at the start.
I mean, Minnie wouldn't allow that.
My daughter's gotten her hooks into you. I understand. She's always had a knack for manipulating people. But I know you're more than her foolish little puppet. You've survived this long. You have to be more. She will try to force you to fight her. You don't have to. In fact, I would ask you not to. Whatever mistakes she might make, she is still my daughter.
Captain, in light of recent events, I'm putting the manor under lockdown. Until Mother is dealt with, anyone who lands here is presumed hostile. Finish the job. I know you won't disappoint me.
One of the options is wink and make a finger gun at the screen. Get ready to be surprised! I'm gonna do it. Okay. Ada, stop it.
Back, Captain. How can I be? Goodbye.
Thank you. I just wanted to change your expression there. God. Well. What to do? What to do? An Appreciation of Even-Toed Ungulates by Dahlia Hudson. The llama, scientifically referred to as the llama glama, is a domesticated herbivore. Llamas do not have beaks. Why is that? Okay, whatever. Nope, it did not, Mr. Red. Twitch was just being Twitch. That's it. Nothing fancy. The drug was supposed to make it so that people didn't get tired or lose motor functions as they got tired, Cat Horse. That way they could work longer and better. Damn. Yeah, no, that's totally coffee. Because last I checked, you can just drink coffee and not have to sleep. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's how that works. Also, coffee turns you into a raving... sure, Gary. A raving, insane maniac who is so disconnected with reality that you no longer have the ability to properly distinguish between hallucination and reality. It also replaces parts of your brain with coffee, which thus makes you even more dependent on it the more you take, until eventually you get to the point where you no longer have the ability to function at all. Let's see. And there's one last point. Coffee is something that doesn't actually work either. So it doesn't actually prevent you from sleeping. It just kind of has all the side effects with none of the benefits. Coffee, yeah, totally. Yeah, no. I'm curious. I've already decided, but I'm curious if there is a third option here. Just idle curiosity. Yeah, I'd say it's like coffee on crack, but actually this has a lot more to do with meth than anything else. It just doesn't work. What's the point of meth? I don't know, actually.
What a mess! What a mess!
I would agree.
Good to see you, boss.
Yeah, you got a minute? I want to talk to you about this business on Gorgon.
Looks like you got a big decision to make. But I guess that's why you're the boss.
What do you think, Felix?
I'm glad you asked, because that's an easy one. Project Gorgon was a mistake, and it needs to be destroyed.
Yeah, no, cool.
Anytime, boss. Anything.
Hello, Boster. God, it has been a while. What's up? Let's just say it's been a little bit. Hopefully things are doing well.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Look, it's not in that bad a shape, is it?
Can't help wondering if we're doing the right thing. For us, the Ambroses, or even Halcyon. Maybe there's some way we can get them to work together and fix this.
We poked around the Unreliable. Did you find any record of the Lucky Montoya?
Not a word. And I've been sticking my nose in every one of our stately ladies' crannies, stem to stern. Oh, law. That sounds untoward, don't it? That ain't what I meant. Point is, Captain, Mr. Hawthorne left all kinds of scribblings behind panels and under consoles, but ain't a lick of it mentioned Mr. Lucky. So whatever they got up to in the past must have been really extra secret. And lots of fun.
Yeah, thanks, Parvati. Hey, receptionist Kelly.
Is something leaking or does it always smell like this? Not that I'm complaining, I'm just curious.
I don't know where to take you. We need to figure out a place where we can take her. That isn't Byzantium, because that's where we're going next.
Hey, Captain.
Got it. Cannot talk to Nyoka.
Something on your mind? And I thought my mother was a handful. This job has gotten messy.
What are you thinking about the Adrena time?
Hey, you're the captain because you're the one who has to think about this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just along for the ride.
Come on, I know you thought about it.
You know I'm not one to pass up a good payday. But after everything we've seen, handing Gorgon back to Spacer's Choice doesn't sit right. Dr. Ambrose may be almost as crazy as Phineas, but she may be right, too.
Yeah, you've really changed, Ellie.
If you say so. I still took the last zero-G brew from the fridge and didn't buy more. What's on your mind?
I mean,
Sure.
that is my boss.
Something on your mind?
Excuse me, my job as the boss is to keep you guys employed. Hey, Max, you stopped being a character after you finished your quest, so why don't you tell me something?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged.
Stop taking my job.
What's occupying your thoughts? Now that we've gotten Olivia's side of this whole fiasco, have you given much thought as to who you'll be siding with?
What do you think?
It's not my place to say, Captain. You run this crew. I merely serve on it.
I mean, I like your opinion, dude.
I believe Minnie means well, but she's playing with forces she doesn't understand. And I don't just mean Adrena time. Even were she to succeed, what would it mean to the people of this colony? Do you really think they'd be given a choice as to whether they used a drug that boosted their productivity? And, even in the unlikely chance they were, I do not believe the colonists are equipped to make that decision for themselves. You've seen how they rationalize even the most abhorrent corporate practices. The board will work them to death even more effectively than they do currently, and they'll thank them.
Yep.
Will that be all?
Yes, Boster, you were quite correct. It's actually on the website. Just for future reference.
Scanning for C2547. Grade rated contaminants.
Cool. Good talk, good talk. Let's head out of here, shall we?
Do return in one piece,
I'm gonna not bring Sam because he keeps not saying anything. I'm gonna bring Ellie, though.
Captain.
Oh my god, there's another song playing. I thought there was just one song for this DLC.
Error. Aiming reticle misaligned.
Sorry about this, buddy.
Stay on your guard, Captain. I think she's expecting us.
Nah.
I don't think we're getting a warm welcome this time.
What, the red lights give it away? mean, if you got a better idea, Boster, I'm listening.
Time for a drink?
We've decided for the peaceful option, Alex. Okay, that's just straight up creepy.
I'll admit, I was expecting a wine cellar.
Here they come! I see a nail!
Why, Cat Horse? Why are there test subjects here? No, really. Why are there test subjects here? Whoops, sorry, Ellie. Because it's filled with drugs, Mr. Red. Delicious drugs. Drugs. We've decided to tap our own supply, like you do. The kill cam? Well, I turned it off, Darth Tyron. So if you're referring to this, I've already given it a negative.
Not bad, huh?
God, I've gone through a lot of ammo in here.
Didn't I warn you not to set foot in here until the job was done? You should have listened to my advice.
Hey, Minnie. Let's talk.
There's nothing to discuss. I can fix Adrena time without you, and certainly without Mother. You wasted your time coming here, and worse, you wasted mine. But I won't let anything stand in the way of progress.
Hold up. Thought. What if, rather than being a psychopathic screwhead, you decided to join forces with your mother to cure the Marauders?
You surprise me, Captain. Once we fix the chemistry of Adrena time, the Marauder problem will simply take care of itself.
But a lot of folks are gonna suffer in the meantime. And you don't even know if it'll work.
The days of the old Adrena time are numbered, and Marauders are bound for extinction.
If the Marauders don't get it fixed, they'll just rampage.
Insane people addicted to drugs are Mother's problem. Am I to be held accountable for her mess?
It ain't about who's accountable. Those people are hurting, and they're hurting others. You could help them.
Besides, Mother is determined to ruin everything she touches. First Adrena time, then our family, and now my ambition.
You know, you could give her a chance. I mean, she's been involved from the start.
She never gave me a chance. Forbade it. I see no reason why she deserves a second one.
And what about you, ma'am? Don't you deserve a chance to fix your troubles with her? Don't you both deserve that?
Mother never let me anywhere near R&D. I was always her incompetent little brat.
You notice that is a Persuade 150 check, which we've got. We've got cranked Persuade. But that is the first max Persuade check we've seen in the entire game. Minnie, the Adrena Time project failed. You couldn't have saved it.
You don't know that. Gorgon was my chance to do something incredible.
I mean, opportunities are there every day. Your Gorgon will come.
Curses. You may be right. I invested so much time and energy into Gorgon. But there's no telling how many second chances pass me by.
That, by the way, is sunk cost fallacy.
Mother taught me to never accept failure, to never settle for less. Compromising my plan goes against everything I know.
This isn't a failure, it's a second chance.
I suppose it is high time Mother and I spoke on equal terms, and without death threats. I was so eager to make Adrenatime my legacy, to give it a second chance. But maybe it's my family that deserves a second chance. God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you see Mother, tell her I'm willing to work something out. She can even come over for tea. Or something stronger.
It's awful big of you, being willing to mend fences after what all happened.
I'm sure you won't mind if I remain here. Just to guarantee that you keep your side of the bargain.
That's fair. I'll try nothing.
For your sake, I hope not.
You have no place to threaten me, lady.
I hired you to break the family curse. And it would appear you've succeeded. Just not the way I intended.
You're welcome.
Now go. Before I change my mind.
God, I could kill you so hard, you stupid. Hi. Okay, they're not shooting at me. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. As much as I love killing robots. This is actually... It's funny you bring that up, Darth Tarn. This is the first mandatory persuade check in the whole game. Everything else has been variety. As in, there's usually multiple things that you can use in order to progress, which is usually something you're going to have anyways, which means there's usually a path dependent on your build, or rather, regardless of your build. In this case, you had to have Persuade. It was the only way to get the third option. And you had to have cranked Persuade, too. Which I didn't know that part, but we cranked Persuade forever ago, because of course we did. It's an RPG. Now I gotta go talk to her beloved mother. I mean, we can kill her. Just for you, Gremrin.
Remember that you...
I mean, killing both of them certainly sounds appealing, but, I mean, if we can cure the Marauder problem, that feels like that would be a better choice to me, you know? Well, that's why it's not a negative, Alex. I mean, granted, this whole DLC has not been particularly well designed from a gameplay axis, but the fact of the matter is that I'm going right here. The fact of the matter is that this is the first and only occurrence where it might be questionable that I think the dialogue choice system is bad. No, Narset. In fact...
I keep my promises, Captain.
Do I have to fight through your goons, too? Remember these guys? It's the guys we left alive. I hope you remember them, because no one else is going to in a few minutes here. Oh, God, no, don't say that, Alex. No, 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 no. God damn it. Every time I hear someone say something like that, it makes me want to discontinue the game ruminations entirely, even more. And I already wanted to do that.
Here goes nothing! My kind of action!
thank goodness for that. You're going to be disappointed, Reloaded, because I'm still doing my job. Look, I hate doing the post-game ruminations in general, but I'm going to do the best job I can. It's just not going to be a good rumination, that's all. I'm letting you know in advance.
Sure we can't take a detour so I can fix that elevator?
It's cool. It's cool. I mean, I don't know what else to add that I haven't already said on stream, although, if I'm being honest, that is actually the mentality I've been using when walking into the game ruminations, the post-stream ruminations. AKA the mentality of, well, this is the summary for the people who didn't watch the stream. Which is just something I accept because not everyone has the time to watch me running around and killing freebooters. Things have too much health, by the way. Huh, I'm stuck.
Right cozy spot for a desk.
Agreed. Right there. Yeah, there's a little bit of a health padding issue. And as we've already discussed, the difficulty in this game is not well designed. It's not quite as bad as Oblivion, but it is one step less bad than Oblivion's. So, make of that what you will. God, I have blown through 800 rounds of ammo in the last hour.
This is why I never wanted an honest job.
Yeah, I may need to start buying ammo again, because I have just been running through it. I'm actually going to switch guns for right now. Even though I've been cranking the other stat. What's funny is I think it's actually worse than Fallout in several ways, Boster, just to play. And I was thinking about why, and I think it's just entirely due to the engine they're using. This engine, which is the Unreal Engine if I'm not mistaken, is just janky. It's got so many issues, and it always has. It's nothing new. It's not the worst engine out there. That would probably be, oh, what's it called? Frostbite. Frostbite's probably the worst engine I've ever seen. But yeah, I'd honestly probably take Gamebryo over this. Gamebryo, however you're supposed to say that.
Not bad, huh?
I mean, Frostbite's kind of well known for being a crap engine, so that's not really surprising. Yeah, exactly. Now, admittedly, you want to see a beautiful engine. You look at whatever the latest id engine is. The catch is that is designed for FPSs. Not FPS RPGs, not RPGs, just FPSs. I think that's one of the... This is speculation, but I think that's one of the reasons why it's such a beautiful engine, is because it's designed to do one thing, and it does the one thing really well. It is hyper-specialization.
Maybe we can make her see reason. Convince her to change. People can change, right?
I mean, I've had to kill a lot of people to help her to change her mind, but yeah, sure. I would say no, Hariant, but I shouldn't say that so definitively, because I'm not sure is more like the answer.
Whoa. Look at the size of this thing. Like some kind of slumbering beast.
I'll give you one thing, little weasel. You are relentless.
Okay.
I did everything in my power to stop you, yet here you stand before me, offensively alive.
You're welcome.
Just so we're clear, if you intend to restart this machine, you'll have to go through me.
Oh my god, Reloaded. I was gonna say, you never sent me nothing. What did she think of it? I'm here to talk, you stupid, dumb sow.
You think that will fool me? I'll die before I let you have this place.
Stop posturing for 10 seconds. Can you count to 10? I know there's not much left in that cranial capacity of this giant vacuous hole that is left in the center of your brain, but can you still count to 10?
Then get to the fucking point.
Okay. There's this word you've probably never heard of called compromise.
That's preposterous. Not too long ago, she wanted me dead. How do I know this isn't a trick?
If
Get me out of the way.
I mean, first of all, you wanted her dead.
I will not. Your intentions are beside the point. I've been working on a cure for 5 years, and I've made no progress at all. If she believes teamwork is all I've been missing, she's more soft-headed than I thought.
Something about she said she was inviting you for tea?
What? That was our secret phrase. Did she tell you?
Explain.
When I'd been on Gorgon too long, that's what she'd write at the end of her messages. It meant she missed me. That she wanted me to come home.
So are you gonna work with her? Did I just kill like 20 guys for no reason?
I'll try. It's no guarantee of success. And like as not, we'll develop nothing useful at all. But it will be better than working alone. Thank you, Captain. In the end, you were not at all what I expected.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Alright, now to blow up this thing. There we go. No, I'm not gonna. I don't think I can anyways. God, I've blown through so much ammo. I mean, I did kill one of my companion's parents right in front of her, Reloaded. She was rather upset about it. I'm not sure why. This probably sounds like I'm joking. No, what's funny about that, though, is if you do that, she leaves the party, and you have no choice, no chance to cancel that. Like, in some cases, if you do something objectionable, a party member's like, I'm gonna leave, and you can do a check or try to keep them in the party. She just straight up leaves. Will not stay. Actually, I kind of dislike them, Alex, but, you know. That's just me. Parents, plural, Reloaded.
Remember that you...
It's really important that you know that we killed both of them right in front of her. I mean, no, it makes perfect sense in character. I even commented on it when we were doing that quest. Did they deserve it? Yes, they did. But she is not the kind of person who would wish... To summarize, they're scum. She's not. That's the summary. She wanted to go back, and she still cared about them, and she wanted to provoke a reaction out of them. She wanted to get them angry and riled up, and, you know, because she cared. They, as soon as they saw her, wanted her to go away because she was an embarrassment who might reduce the amount of money they were making. That's the summary. So have you two killed each other yet?
I have to know, Mother. All those years ago, what tipped you off that Gorgon was in trouble?
The volunteers. Not just the shocking way they died, but the company's muted response to it. They were expensive to house, train, and treat. That the company would spare no expense, yet let so many of them die. It was terrible. I knew then I'd lost control of Gorgon. I'd lost control of Adrenatime.
You never told me Gorgon was such a logistical nightmare. We should have had this conversation 5 years ago.
Yes, you should have.
You can't know how badly I wanted to. But the truth put you in danger, and I couldn't abide that.
I owe you an apology, Captain. Not only did I deceive you, but all this time I had the wrong idea about Mother.
Shrug.
We still have a great deal of work ahead of us. The years of silence were not easy.
I don't doubt it was hard on you, but I knew you'd come out the stronger for it. We have the chance to know each other now, thanks entirely to you.
I mean, I'm really hoping you'll focus on that cure, which is, to be completely blunt, the only reason you two people are still breathing.
Indeed. And I suspect I will be a better researcher now for having her by my side.
Well, there's no need to dwell on the past anymore. We're in the thick of it together, now that we're partners.
Partners? Huh. I suppose we are.
And family, I suppose. This isn't at all playing out the way I imagined it. And for the first time, I'm glad.
How were you expecting it to go?
A calm and measured speech, followed by screaming, hurling spoons, and maybe a broken window. This is much better.
I'm glad to have you as my daughter, Minnie. But I'm proud to call you my partner. But I fear things will only get harder from here.
Test. Measure. Revise.
Indeed. The road to a cure will be long and fraught with setbacks. We will need to find our strength in the work, and our partnership, if we're to overcome them.
You've earned this, Captain. For recovering Mother's journal, for getting us talking in the same room together, and for exceeding my expectations.
Indeed. I have no use for bits and baubles on Gorgon. Not now that I have my work. Take what's yours, Captain. The road to a Marauder cure will be a long one, and the Board will surely fight us every step of the way. But this partnership, it's a damn good start.
Will you put the burden of the colony aside for just one moment? Give me a day with my mother before we get back to work.
For you, I will try.
No promises, though. I would say the central theme of this game is victims. So far, we've encountered 3 legitimately horrible people. Everyone else has been either circumstantial, or they're ignorant, or they're doing the best they can, or they don't really know what's going on exactly, you know, or there's some kind of mitigating circumstance in almost every case. Now, there's not good people, except for her. She is a legitimately good person. But everyone else, like, there's very, very few, you know, on the scale of good to evil, there's very few people who are on all the way onto the evil side, which makes sense, because this is an Obsidian game. Yeah, systemic. There's a really big emphasis on systems. One of the first characters we met, which is actually still one of my favorite characters, was a guy named Reed. He was on the tutorial planet. He was a middle manager who was so stupid that he could tell you with a straight face, you know, hey, we've had this mysterious plague that started a year ago. That was right about when we started replacing the food in the cannery. Now, plagues are just a fact of life. That's what corporate policy says, and I have been chosen to lead this thing, so we need to find a way to try and fix this and resolve this situation. By the way, the plague was basically pellagra. I looked it up to get the name. If you're not familiar with pellagra was lack of proper nutrition. I mean, there's more to it than that, but I'm rushing through because I don't want to spoil everything, but you get the idea. Alright, so let's do that one. That'll leave the main quest for Monday. That was the DLC, actually reloaded.
Captain.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and say that, yeah, I have no problem giving the negative to story for that. I was not super impressed. So, there you go. Our first negative to DLC. Or negative to DLC. God dang it. Negative to story. We have come up with a negative to story. See you around, Reloaded. Blah. I hope not to see you tomorrow, Reloaded. Because you have a weird tendency to not actually discuss things when it comes to political design, and I don't want to get into that. Not that I'm aware of, Narset. So, let's see. I don't know why that's there. Let's get rid of that one. Was it Zora or Sora? I think it was Zora. Apparently they have another DLC planned. Holy crap. Consider me surprised. So let's do this one. No. Sorry, wrong thing. This. Let's do that. And let's extend that sucker. Hopefully. There it is. I was gonna say, tell me I got an extension on this thing, because holy crap. Now we tinker. There we go. This is now our main weapon. Hopefully, this will help us with our ammo problem a little bit. Good night, Boster. Have a good one. Alright, so... who do I want to bring here? Let's take... Nyoka. I need to think about Nyoka. Oh yeah, I actually didn't even write down Sam. Oh, I did. There he is. Who should I bring? Honestly, I'm just gonna play favorites at this point. That's cool with everyone. What? Oh, come on, Nick. Sam had a quest. That's how we recruited him. That totally counts, right? Actually, I want that one. So let's go deal with this early retirement. You remember her? The woman who's like, oh, how dare they get early retirement? I'm sure you remember. Yeah, Parvati is just kind of amazing.
Finally. Is it just me, or are we getting more and more retirees lately?
Not just you. Felt like a damn factory worker these last few months. Oh well. Nothing a few drinks won't cure. Come on, let's go hit up Bijou's.
Can't. They're closed. Someone saw a sprat in there.
Bijou's too? Damn. What's this city coming to?
But yes, we're doing this quest for a lottery's only fair if I'm the one winning it. So let's see what we got. Let's head to the early retirement district. I'm predicting this is something horrible because that's the game I'm playing.
To the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center.
Oh yeah, this is horrible.
You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private district in Byzantium. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7 Furniture's deluxe Falscowood collection. Some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the assembly process. After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home. Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CNP's Blazing Borscht Barbecue or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet? Or maybe you'd like to head to the bar and enjoy an ice-cold Zero-G brew by Spacer's Choice. Zero G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you, although in the early retirement district, nothing will. All this and more will be complimentary for the entirety of your stay, courtesy of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. You won't have to spend a bit. So relax, grab a refreshment from one of our vending machines, and enjoy our specially constructed welcome center. While you're here, be sure to check out the displays for some fun facts about the early retirement program and selection process. Then, once you're ready, enter the elevator at the end of the hall and leave your troubles behind. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Today is the first day of your early retirement. Congratulations. Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation.
You're special. Each month, hundreds of thousands of workers apply to early retirement. That doesn't just include workers on Terra 2, but those who live on Groundbreaker or Hephaestus. Even after weeding out the undesirable or unqualified, only 2.3% are selected.
Early retirement.
We're sure you had a... Hang on. Did you know the early retirement selection system is the most rigorous cutting-edge lottery system in the entire galaxy? Here's how it works. Each candidate's name is printed on a plastic ball. The plastic ball is placed in a turbo encabulator with thousands of others. A team of advanced automechanicals operate a complex series of pulleys at random. The balls are funneled through the turbo encabulator through an I'm not sure how to say that word, tube. Then they are launched at a specially designed accuracy matrix. The first ball that aligns with the center is the winner for the day. By using this method, Halcyon Holdings Corporation ensures all early retirees are selected with complete impartiality and minimal collateral damage.
The lucky few.
We're sure that all of you had a wonderful time completing your early retirement application forms, but we know that something like paperwork can get old even after 87 pages. Fortunately, we're pleased to inform you that your hard work was all worth it. By knowing details like your shoe size, blood type, and dental history, we can properly customize your early retirement just for you. Every detail will be tweaked and adjusted to fit your unique needs, just how Hammersmith weapons are built to fit each customer's personal style of combat. What you want, Hammersmith. The Early Retirement Center is the safest place in the entire system. Not a single crime has been committed within its walls since its construction. Red alert! Red alert! This is all thanks to the hard work of men and women in black and white, the UDL Security, who protects the citizens of Byzantium, shielding them from harm. No dissidents run wild under their watch. So rest easy, early retirees. You're under the watchful eyes of UDL Security. Whether you're out and about or relaxing at home, UDL is watching you. Here in Byzantium, automechanicals will make your life cleaner, easier, and more efficient. Just as they do in the rest of the city, teams of automechanicals regularly sweep through the streets of Early Retirement District to give it that classic Byzantium sheen. But that's not all. They'll attend to your personal need as well. Want to order a drink? They'll bring one right up to your table. Make a mess in your new penthouse? They'll clean it up for you. Why, they'll even carry your luggage once it's been cleared by security and released to our custom warehouse. So if you have 700 pounds of steel lumbering towards you, don't panic. You probably just dropped one of your Happy Dale Farms woolly curds. Whoops! Don't worry, I'm sure it's still good. The Early Retirement Program is the personal brainchild of Minister of Earth Aloysius Clark, and endorsed by Chairman Charles Rockwell. Mr. Clark and Chairman Rockwell share a vision that every worker in Halcyon has a fair chance to experience the beauty and luxury of Byzantium. So before you step into that elevator and embrace your retirement, remember to say thank you, Mr. Clark. You wouldn't be here without him. I'm gonna buy some ammo while I'm here for no reason. Just, you know... Whoops, didn't mean to buy that. Whatever. I will buy those.
In Byzantium. When you arrive...
Hold up, hold up.
Whisked away.
Let's buy some more ammo.
To your very own luxury penthouse. Furnished exclusively by 24/7.
I spent a lot of money on this, totally not fraudulent thing. You, herein, you have to consent to this. You, herein, after referred to as the employee, consent to the rules and regulations of the Halcyon Holding Corporation Early Retirement Center. They're thereafter referred to as the Center. The employee confirms they have read and understood the rules of the Center as written in Article 3, Section 5, Clause 27 of the Early Retirement Welcome Packet. The employee also confirms they received this packet en route to the Center. In the unlikely event of injury, death, or loss of personal items, the employee assumes all liability for the incident. The Halcyon... Should the center recover any lost or stolen goods, the employee must retrieve them within 48 hours. If the employee is having second thoughts about living out the rest of their lives in unparalleled luxury, then they may exit this terminal and return to the center's landing bay. There, they may turn in their winning retirement ticket and await the next outbound transport. Don't worry, that ticket won't go to waste. It will be given to another deserving worker to keep the center's inbound population at ideal levels. Otherwise, if the employee is ready to begin the final leg of their journey, hit I consent.
Some assembly required. 24/7 furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage.
No, Titans. No. Let me just keep my gun completely ready to shoot whatever's about to pop out and kill us here. In fact, I'm going to get in the corner. Not going to be front and center. No reason. This is awfully far down for, what have I got planned here? Again, going to be on the side over here. That's...
Nope. Not having this. I've lived through too many Marauder ambushes in my life to die by a trap built by corporate pencil pushers.
Did you just stay on the elevator, Nyoka? Anyway, so you see there's a... There's a... There's a lot of dead people in here. And they've been dead people enough that there's at the point of skeletons, too. Hey, it's a retirement facilitation drone. Oh. God, that's almost sad. There's not even a big thing. It's just they just kill them. They just shoot them and kill them. To TNL customer service, I'd like to formally request a refund on my new shock cannon. You advertise it as the most obedient tool for disabling root or disabling automechanicals, but if you load it with an energy cell that's covered in your own blood, it misfires. I've used it exclusively for 7 years, but if this matter's not resolved, you have lost another customer. You've also lost another customer if I die, so you better hope this blood gets back into my body. Yeah, this is just straight up, nope, kill him. Nothing fancy, no big plot, no big scheme. It's just kill him. Due to the nature of the assignment, automechanicals in the HHC Early Retirement Center were not constructed with standard maintenance mode. You'll be pleased to know this saved 200 bits per unit, but please note any injuries sustained during routine repairs will come out of your paycheck. I'm just going to ignore all the enemies there. They seem to be ignoring me, and I'm okay with that. I'm totes cool with that. Yeah, it's just, here's a bunch of drones with guns.
Processing to investigate all data. Beginning.
No, they just didn't aggro Narset.
Think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
This worker is entirely lawful. System
incoming!
Aw, it's just a closet. I broke into the closet, guys. Mission accomplished.
Here they come.
Okay, that's almost double the damage I was doing, so that was worth the time and effort.
Everyone all right?
Board reputation decreased. Oh no. Yeah, I know, it's weird, Alex. It's just all of a sudden, hey! We're not assuming that you have to blow 800 rounds of ammo per combat. Or per 3 combats, I should say. I don't think it's the old people. I think they're just throwing poor people in there. Why are you red? That's not a good sign. We may have to reload a save if we've accidentally aggroed.
You wretched contraption!
Like, the city. See how they're all red?
I'm real sorry about your friends, Nyoka. Ain't no one deserves to go.
Incoming!
Yep, no, we're just aggroed with the city now. That's, That's problematic, is what that is. Let's go back here. Because, I mean... Yeah, so... I don't know. Something down here triggered me as hostile to the city. I don't know what. I hope it's not these guys. In fact, hang on. Let's just do this. Cannot use in combat. Okay. I'm guessing whatever we killed that did that, you know, reduced rep thing, that's probably what did it. Because you notice we didn't lose rep for killing those things. Now our sound's bugged out. Right, this way. I remember this. This way. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Just need to not aggro anything this time around. Nope, 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 not to see. Not to see, don't aggro me. Whatever you are. Run. Okay. Now if we see, it will be obvious immediately because they'll be red. Dramatic pause. Nope, we're good.
Oh, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something?
Yes.
Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
You're in big trouble. What'd you do?
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then.
You're not helping your case.
They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals.
I'll look for your sprats.
Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green.
Oh, okay.
Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course.
Phrasing, dude, phrasing. Oh my god. You know what? You can wait. I'm gonna go turn in this lottery quest.
Out with it, you wretched contraption!
I'm real sorry about your friends, Nilka. Ain't no one deserves to go like that. Certainly not folks just trying to get by.
Thanks for saying that. You know, after seeing so many people get chomped, trip into sulfur pools, shot by marauders, I always figured we'd die young. But just because you expect it doesn't make it any easier. Oh shit. Next chance we get, I'm buying you a Spectrum bottle, so we can proper drown this melancholy.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to try Spectrum when we went out drinking. Is it any good?
It is without a doubt the worst, most foul liquid mankind has ever had the misfortune to invent.
I don't know, I've had coffee.
You'll love it.
Whoops.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him? I must admit, I'm getting a certain thrill out of our little arrangement. If this goes well, perhaps I'll start hiring wandering delinquents to handle all of my affairs. It is going well, I hope.
So, we can lie to her and say, the retirement district is a paradise. You should see for yourself. But no, we're not evil. We're not. I did just save, though. We're going to tell the truth. It's a brutal execution.
What? You mean it's just a sham they perpetuate so they can dispose of the rabble?
Uh-huh.
That's brilliant. To take the most burdensome members of our society and simply remove them. Oh, I'll never doubt the wisdom of the board again. Why, I had no reason to be envious at all. What a relief.
You know, I feel like I should have expected this.
And how else would I react? A vagrant such as yourself couldn't possibly appreciate the emotional burden this news has lifted from my shoulders. But regardless of your ignorance, I promised you a fee for your services, so a fee you shall have.
With a bonus for unexpected danger, of course.
I suppose that would be appropriate. Very well. Treat yourself to an extra bowl of sprat stew or something. In any event, while I'm deeply grateful for the peace of mind you've brought me, I will need some solitude to fully bask in it. So if there's nothing further...
We just lost rep for doing that quest. With the evil corporations, which, oh no. Just because I'm curious. I'm just, you know... wondering kind of where this is going to go.
It is going well.
The early retirement district is a paradise. You should see it for yourself.
I knew it. I just knew it. What a disaster. Did you get a good look around? What was it like?
They had an endless, extravagant garden. There were even signs that said no frolicking. It was just one giant party. They had a vodka fountain, and everything is gold. Gold streets, gold chairs, gold toothbrushes.
Truly? Why, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. I can't believe they kept this from us. From me. The nerve. The audacity. Here, take your payment. I have to fetch my things. I don't care what I have to do. They'll give me luxury or give me death.
Oh, they will.
Poor thing's just ignorant. Can't say I'm as thrilled to be sending her off.
Board reputation increased! We just got board rep for doing that.
Oh, there. That's one.
This is a good time to mention some. You'll notice, where's the board? Where's the board? There it is. Wow! That's more positive than I thought it would be. We're doing, oh my god, we're doing great with them. Really good with MSI and the Iconoclast and the Groundbreaker. Look at that. Doing okay with them, bad with them, great with them, great with them. So, I mentioned that I looked at, or excuse me, I asked a friend. So I looked into the evil option so I could properly judge the game. Because I'm not going to pick the evil options. You're probably wondering why the board's a rep. You can join the board. I'm not sure why you'd want to, but you can. So yeah, you can be full tilt into the board and yep. But no. We'll go with this one. There is also an evil ending, whereby you go along with whatever the board's evil plan is. I will admit I don't actually know what their evil plan is. But yeah, you can just straight up join them. No, Sinister Wing. But I'd say they're in the running for second. Okay, so I kind of want to wrap up a few things. Because we're going to be chopping off soon-ish. And, I mean, Byzantium, you know, we technically just got here, but, yes, Just Steve here. We finally managed it. It took like 4 game days. But we did it. So, if you remember, the lovely woman back on Groundbreaker who suspects that aliens have infiltrated society have asked us to come here to assassinate this woman.
We took apart and sold this place? Bet we'd get a year of food out of it.
Only a year? Are you kidding me? Now I haven't decided if we're going to kill her yet or not. Kind of debating. This is strange. Hello? Canon choices, I stuck with telling her the truth. Or, you know, they murder people. I mean, maybe the aliens have infiltrated. Certainly they're preventing me from doing this quest. Ha! Worst suspicion confirmed. I was ransacked. Who knows what became of the suspension tanks or my team? As usual, my handlers and the board are no help. Until I deliver results, they can replicate, package, and disperse. They desire only silence and obedience from the likes of me. Well, the fact that you saw her alive on the bench should answer your question, Savicom. Circumstances were hardly optimal at the primary and secondary labs. Political instability pulled Cascadia out from under me, and some combination of cabin fever and paranoia soured HRS 1084. Perhaps my home in Byzantium will offer the retreat I need. Though I miss working alongside colleagues, I know that I hardly deserved the ones I enjoyed and the ones I lost. The work continues in isolation and loneliness, as perhaps it should. Ever since our species became aware of itself, we imposed a superiority on the worlds we touched. Colonialism worked for a time, but our old district didn't work on Halcyon, did it? Now we're the ones who must bow to a force greater than themselves. We are the ones who must adapt. Wine makes me too introspective. Maybe I'll balance out with vodka. There we go. It's okay, I have the cure! I'm kidding, I would never shoot you. Look, when you got a machine gun, I don't have a lot of methods of answering things, you know? It's like I can shoot things, I can bludgeon things, I can shoot things a lot.
Ugh. Lab coats make me nervous. Experiments always go wrong. Always. And then we got flying raptidons or some other nightmare.
Don't say that. They're gonna do that in the next DLC.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
I'm the one asking questions.
You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
I mean, I could kill you so easily, but I'm gonna talk to you first. Lily Hagen sent me to kill you.
Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen.
She runs Sublight Salvage on the Groundbreaker. Good boss, bit of a live wire.
That's a gentlemanly way of putting it, Captain. She's obsessed with aliens. This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker.
You've been to Cascadia and Station 1084.
What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks.
Yeah, Sublight took over the lab. And your human aquariums are probably just office decor. Also, I like option 2. Lily has ordered airlock to airlock your sleeping friends if I don't report in. God, we could just be such a dick in this game.
Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage.
Yeah, what, the finest minds of your generation were experimenting on themselves. Why?
We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the crisis bearing down on us.
What crisis?
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving.
That's horrible. No, really, that's horrible. If you don't understand what that means you will eat food without nutritious value, which means you will actually starve full. If you understand what I'm trying to say here. You will starve full. And it'll probably... Oh, God, that's horrible! Oh, my God! Okay. Hey, Melkor. Yeah, whew, that might be the new worst thing I've seen in this setting. That doesn't explain the research I found.
The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have.
Ah. Wow. Yeah, your research team didn't... they didn't...
Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough.
You have burned through a lot of valuable people to arrive at no solutions.
I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed.
It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back.
Isn't that one of the assault cruisers patrolling Halcyon?
It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
That ain't a shock. Board folks will lie to their own mothers if it preserves their paychecks.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace.
Yeah. Also, that lack of Earth thing, I think that's not a theory anymore, guys. I think Earth is something. Gone, off the grid, invaded, nuclear war. I mean, there's something going on. There's no way that's coincidence at this point. I know Obsidian's pattern. Hell, I shouldn't even say that. I know writing patterns. Earth's gone. Just don't know how or why. Yeah. So I came here after a conspiracy, but it looks like I found a cover-up instead.
I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy.
Where do we go from here?
You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
Parvati, what would you do here?
Seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many in the colony doing that. We should let her try.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands.
Nyoka?
Look, cold-blooded murder ain't easy on my spirits. But this, all this research, all these experiments, it's wrong. It's all void damn wrong.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that.
Tell you what, you ever heard of Phineas Wells?
The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher.
Uh-huh.
I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander?
I mean, in the future, try to stay away from plans that hack the species.
What kind of scientist would I be if I held to a promise like that? I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance.
Okay.
Hell, it's beyond mine.
Okay.
Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
I like all 4 of those options. Option 1 is a max persuade check. There's our second max persuade check. Option 2 is here's 782 reasons. Option 3 is because I can't walk out of here if I'm dead. And option 4 is I can't think of one. But I'm gonna go with the persuade check. I really want to do the jump check. But let's see what happens, because I can always kill him. His life doesn't matter.
Wrong answer.
Incoming!
Aww, well now I gotta kill people. It's okay. They're not DLC mobs, so, you know, they're not health sponges. Thank God for that. Sorry, Parvati, but you did run right in front of me, though. Moron. You should have let me go, Lore. I drew the short straw. It was my turn. I don't think I'm strong enough to go without you. I'll never stop searching for a way to bring you back. If I fail, may the architect annotate your place in the equation. Yeah, by the way, her name's actually Lorelei, but everyone calls her Lore. That's the one we referenced earlier.
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this project.
Working on it. That was kind of part of my job, being honest. Well, you don't like that, Titans? Anyways, just Steve here. It should be incredibly obvious, if you know anything about me, that I generally don't do evil playthroughs of games, and I haven't since like 2006. 2004, I believe is the exact year. Yeah, go ahead, Alex. Sorry, I thought I answered you, but I did not. Okay, that's bad. I'm hostile with the guards. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Hang on. Let's go back here.
Unexpected.
Nope, before that. There. That's twice now I've accidentally aggroed the entire planet.
That's far enough. Hey, let's... What? You...
Just trying to make sure we get the same options from earlier.
Not so. Give me one reason why. You sure have an inflated sense of self-importance, but that doesn't make you wrong. Now move along. Doc has a lot of work ahead of her, tidying up and such.
Cool. Yeah, that's two quests where I've aggroed the entire planet while away and hidden from the rest of the planet. That is in contrast to how the entire rest of the game has worked. So that's... I don't know if that's a design flaw, a bug, or a we're running out of time, let's get this game out the door kind of a situation, you know? But for that to happen twice inside of like 40 minutes, that's a little wonky. Like, they aggroed me through a load transition, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, the board's angry with me. That's stupid. And no, I've never gotten those messages before. Like, if I decide to randomly go aggro someone behind a load screen, behind two closed doors, and that aggroes the entire planet, there's an issue there. It's possible I'm at that point with the board? If so, that would suck. Because we're not exactly doing great here, as you can see. I guess it's possible that being pushed into 50% negative just means auto-hostile. Man. That could suck. Well, good news is I don't really have any side quests here. The bad news is we may never do any side quests here based on that. We'll see, we'll see. I have no idea, Mr. Red. I did see one person, it was a screenshot of it, because you can reach 100% positive and negative rep.
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics.
That's the idea. Anyways. But if you get 100% positive and 100% negative, their rep is listed as confused. Yes, I did, Alex. I'm probably not doing that quest. A, it's listed as task. B, I don't feel like running around trying to find those specific items. You know what? I just realized if nothing else will codify the negatives, excuse me, that I gave the Gorgon DLC. It's the first time that I've wanted to stop playing the game was going through the Gorgon DLC. Like it killed a lot of my patience for the game. You know what I mean? So there you go, there's my advice. Don't buy the Gorgon DLC. I'll have to notate both of those negatives as Gorgon DLC negatives to make sure it's nice and clear. So this should be a fun conversation.
Is it done?
Yeah, I spoke to her. I'm not going to kill her.
Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file.
Sorry.
Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here?
You misunderstood her research. She's our best shot at survival.
You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done. You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
I mean, I could kill everyone on this entire ship, but...
Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
Yeah, I'm with Nyoka on that one. Go ahead, Alex. Because, yeah, like I said, my patience resolves. My patience HP was drained substantially by the Gorgon DLC. The whole game has been pretty well paced. The Gorgon DLC was not. In fact, you know what? Where's the Gorgon? Where's the negatives? There. The whole game has actually been pretty tightly paced in terms of its everything, in terms of its gameplay design. The Gorgon DLC was not. I'm gonna have to come up with a term that is the opposite of expansion effect at this point. Jeez Louise. Where's Parvati? Parvati? Aww. Contraction effect.
Okay. So I was watching this program. You remember that spin-off series about the mass marketeer? Halcyon Helen's coming on for a special romance arc? Ah! What if they hold hands?
Wow, are you serious? I gotta get a copy of that.
Wow, Alex. I'm going to read that out loud for anybody who didn't see that. So, spoilers, 3, 2, 1. If you complete the Clothe the Year quest, she makes the clothes, takes inspiration, and they're deemed so shocking she is labeled a dissident by Byzantium and then killed. I think we're doing her a favor by not doing her quest. Holy shkamoli. Alright, so we're not doing that. We're probably not doing that. So, yeah, main quest time. Let's get a little bit of main quest done before we cut off for the day. And then, because there's no way we're beating the game today. Although...
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Curious as something. It's up there, isn't it? I want to see something, if that's okay with you guys. I just want to test something real quick. Oh yeah, by the way, I know I already said this figure, but I just want to be clear. So we effectively made it to Byzantium, technically Wednesday, but we actually started Byzantium today, right? The speedrun got to Byzantium in 8 minutes and 13 seconds. For a record, the speedrun got to Groundbreaker in 7 minutes and 18 seconds.
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
Okay. That's probably not what I was thinking of then. Where's... I don't know where it is, though. Damn. That's probably it, though. That's got to be where it's at. Well, I guess that doesn't matter. This game does not have scaling enemy or any type of scaling whatsoever that I have perceived, other than the fact that the vendors, that is to say, the vending machines, will scale the gear they sell to your current level.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
What a coincidence. Me too.
Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you?
Why are you sounding so surprised by that?
Nothing, it's just... I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not get hung up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
Let's get this over with. You have info?
Yeah. You're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
Can't you get me in?
Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
I don't know, you seem pretty good with the birds and whatever E stands for.
Birds are kind of my specialty. Codenames, too. But I can give you some information. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
House of Inebriation? Count me the hell in.
Thought you'd like that.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
Thanks for the tip.
Just remember, you didn't hear it from me.
Is there any place where he'd be less protected?
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
No.
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out.
How'd you get involved?
I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh, seems almost impossible.
All of them trying to eat you, I'd wager.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators.
When they die off, it's a sign something's wrong.
Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see.
Like what?
For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
I mean, have you heard of their early retirement program?
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course.
I mean, that sounds pretty normal, honestly.
Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes, after all.
Oof.
But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
Wait.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
Yes, it does. Because everywhere else we've been, even for all the mess and gruck, they at least have the ability to function as a society. That is an indicative of a hyper-specialization society, which is also known as a doomed society. If you don't understand what I mean by that, I want you to imagine that you have an enclosed, contained environment, and that all the people in this little society are all really, really good at surgery, heart surgery, you know. We can just have all kinds of surgery in there, right? That's a hyper-specialized society. Now, those kind of societies can and have worked in real-life history when they intersect with other societies. But it sounds like what they're doing is the exact thing you shouldn't do. They're walling off. So, what I'm saying is, they don't have people to repair. They don't have people to fix or understand or anything. They're just, yeah, and there's no janitors. You notice there's literally trash in the streets in several areas. And yeah, they don't have a proper workforce. They don't have what I would usually refer to as infrastructure. I mean, I know that you might think this is a weird statement, but the hyper-rich cannot exist without the people who aren't the hyper-rich. That's how that works. Hell, we even saw a tidbit of that with the woman who was all about the early retirement. You remember her? Because she mentioned she can't trade money around here because no one needs it. Their economy is stagnant in every sense of the word. I don't just mean the currency. The flow of goods and services is stagnant. And they're starving! They're slowly starving while being full. And probably on drugs. Oh my god. Hang on, I gotta jot a note about that. That's just, wow. Yeah, no, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Hats off. This is one of the most messed up things that I've seen in fiction in recent memory. Like, it takes a lot to start at corporate horror and then come up with something else that is similarly horrifying. Thank you, Adam. Why aren't you asleep? Very, very much appreciate, as always, Adam. Thank you. You know the question. If you want to put that somewhere, please let me know. Yeah, that's brilliant. And yeah, people are content and happy. Why wouldn't they be? They're full. They have full bellies. And the pain, you know, that's gone because they got the drugs and they've got the booze and they've got entertainment. What do they have to be sad about? And they are doomed. And I want to stress that when I say that word, I don't mean that facetiously. I've used that word a few times, especially in the ruminations. When I say doomed, I don't mean, oh, no, I mean actually doomed. These people are Kobayashi Maru'd right now. The only thing that might fix that is an external source, which we just happen to be. Yeah, we're the guy, because it's a video game and we're playing the PC. And you know what? I'm okay with that, by the way. I am. I've never been bothered by playing the guy, as long as the rest of the game's good to support it. And yeah, we're gonna do our damnedest to fix this. I don't even know how, but we're gonna try. You got it, Adam. Fist of North Star. Fist of the North Star. If I can spell it properly. There we go. Yeah, no, that's getting a story positive by itself. Ignoring the fact that that's brilliant, writing something that beautifully messed up is harder to do than it sounds. It's easy to write something that's messed up. Okay, so here's a planet, and everyone there eats each other because there's no food, and also there's lava. Okay, there you go, there's something messed up, right? To write something well-crafted messed up, that takes work. That takes time and effort, and that is impressive. That is impressively messed up. Yeah, lava, oh no, right? I mean, no, you want to really mess someone up, what you got to do is you have to have something like, say, where the only nutrients that can be found on the planet are actually inside the lava. So people have developed an entire method by which they will force feed lava into their veins intravenously in order to be able to survive. And it does some unpleasant things internally, but it doesn't actually kill them because they managed to narrow it down just enough that all that happens is they get chunks of rock and basalt within their veins. And so everyone on the planet is kind of slowly bleeding to death internally. That's a little more messed up than, oh no, lava, right? Now that was just off the top of my head, but you get my point. So, yes, that is messed.
If things are broken here, of all places, then I'm starting to think there ain't a hope left in this colony.
Things have kept on running this long, right? Or so I used to think. The whole episode made me wonder. If they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Yep, that is it. God. I want you to really process this. This is how brilliantly crafted it is. Think of Monarch, okay? Violent wildlife, non-arable soil, so they can't grow proper plants and vegetables and fruit, right? Very hostile terrain in terms of heat and wind, and of course sulfur everywhere, which causes caustic issues and just actually causes health issues. Okay, think of all that. Think of all the horrible, messed up crap that's on Monarch, and realize that Monarch is in a better position in every way than Byzantium. In every way that matters. Byzantium will be dead inside of a generation. Monarch will still be going. Think about that. That's how brilliantly messed up this is. Thank you, Dr. Papa Penguin. Always appreciate, sir. Thank you very, very much. You are always welcome here, sir. As long as you tell me where you want to put that, that's important. Okay, gotta keep that going. I know the list is slowly shrinking on what you could put it towards, but, you know, we still got like 100 games on the list. Whew. So, that little bit of existential horror out of the way. Now let's go up here. Oh, man. Dealer's choice is totally an option. You can totally do that. You have to tell me why, though. Unless I've already asked you. Nope. So if you're going to put dealer's choice, I would like to know why you're putting it towards dealer's choice. For the sake of customer satisfaction, polling, etc., etc. Look at this place. This place is worse off than... Oh, that's brilliant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to keep gushing. I apologize. I hate to gush about a game that everyone apparently was meh on. That is correct, Sam Unwise. Which will probably be starting Tuesday at current pace.
Remember that stranger I saw?
Hey, stand back, you. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times.
In numbers or money, Adam? Because those are different questions. Well, that's a good question, Mr. Ed. Like I said, I think Gorgon has a real shot of it because of what we did there. And I also think that Edgewater has a real shot of it because of what we did there. In terms of money, well, believe it or not, I didn't start keeping track of that, Adam, until about a month ago. But at the moment, it looks like donations, direct donations is winning. So, nothing is on the list that you're interested in, is all I need to hear there. That's unfortunate, but that's okay, it's understandable. That means, as of right now, nothing in the list that interests you is really, really close to becoming the biggest reason why people put things towards dealer's choice. That more than anything, see, this is one of the reasons I wanted this. That more than anything leads me to the thing I'm going to be asking. I hope you're going to be here Sunday, by the way. If you're not, you're going to watch the VOD on Sunday, because we're going to talk about that Sunday. I didn't know I was looking at such a big shot, dude.
Yep, you're looking at the minister's newest personal guard. Right here.
Grats.
The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all.
Grats. What's so important about guarding, what was his name, Mr. Clark? He sounds like he'd be a good president.
He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone.
Wow, congratulations, dude.
Yep. I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. I'm just 2 promotions away from on-the-job bathroom breaks.
I'm sorry. You need to be promoted twice to have the right to... Oh, God. How about a drink, buddy?
That's a great idea. I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
You got it.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Uh-huh.
Sure have, because today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You have a Spectrum vodka for a new pal?
To your promotion.
Here's to me. Hey, you are really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
No, I haven't been buying them. Hang on. Could I get some Spectrum vodka, please?
Have you tried our new cock? Then you'll want to speak quite so.
You're kidding me. Okay, hang on. I need a vendor. I need to buy more booze for this man. And he doesn't sell, by the way. If you didn't catch that, the bartender does not sell alcohol.
Please allow me to...
Oh, here we go, okay. Spectrum. There it is. I'd like to buy all of that. Thank you. Hey, dude.
Hey, you look familiar. Have we met before?
Have another one.
It's not every day you get your dream job, right?
Damn right.
Wow! You got, like, this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yes.
Like a Manosaur. You got a Manosaur energy. Oh, Lost. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
Only 2? You got a ways to go.
Have you always been here? I didn't see you a minute ago.
Have another.
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Think about it, though. That's a problem for tomorrow.
You know, that's a very good point. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like Purple Berry Crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. You just go feel better, buddy. Do you have an upscaler, Doctor Who? That might be able to grab it. That's right. You just sit down, buddy. Let's close this door. Oh my god, he's dead. Oh my god, he's actually dead. Oh my god. I was not actually trying to kill him. Thank you, Adam, for the donation. Very, very much. Oh, much obliged. Much appreciate. Thank you. I'll put that towards Fist of the North Star. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's come on a little. There we go. I mean, it occurred to me. It occurred to me that they might have killed him because that makes it easier to loot him. Because I noticed there's no pickpocketing in this game. So that he might not actually be dead. That just might be them limited by game engine and game mechanics. Because like in a Fallout game, you just pickpocket it, right? It's just in his inventory. And so he would go unconscious, and then they have a thing where they could reduce... I don't actually know what the stat's called, but it's basically their awareness stat. And there's flags you can do to reduce the awareness stat, and then you can just pickpocket them freely, basically. Hello, don't mind me.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
You don't have to... I'm here for Mr. Clark.
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS.
He's expecting a delivery.
Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
God, I just want to kill all of you. Okay. Okay. Nope, it's cool. We're cool. I'm cool. Everything's cool here. What is that? Is that a hat? That looks terrible on you. This assessment brought to you by Billingsley's House of Inebriations. Billingsley's. Because when you think of drinking our booze, you're probably thinking of drinking yourself to death. And we encourage that. Oh no, it's in the... Okay, whatever. I'll debate it, Aspros. Yeah, don't mind me, officer. Don't mind me.
What was that?
Nothing.
Right there. What do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
I don't have time for this. Move along.
Uh-oh. So there's the board rep decrease. Are they angry with me? Are they gonna kill me? Are we dead? Are we super dead? We're up to 50. It only said you donated once for $5. I'll double check. Yep, nope. Yeah, it's my fault for not actually raising my stealth at all, but whatever. Yeah, let's find out if the whole city's hostile to me now. We'll find out in a second. You would see a pop-up here too, Adam, if it went through twice. Just like you saw with the first one. Okay, are we hostile? Is everyone trying to kill me?
I'll sue every technician and employee.
Oh yeah, by the way, the vending machine isn't working. Huh.
So,
Oop, wrong way, wrong way.
have you seen terror?
Apparently you can pickpocket. Never mind. So I have no idea why he's dead. I guess he's just super dead then. Either that or they don't have a sleep state? That actually could be it, now that I'm thinking about it, because I haven't seen anyone sleeping in this game so far.
Here they come!
Oh, right, apparently. Hang on. Rewind that one.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Delivery for the minister.
Yeah? Let's see it.
It's right here.
Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
Thanks. And that is where we'll chop off for the day.